Yo, YouTube, what up, what up, what up? Let's just leave that one there. Market's closed today, Good Friday, so no trading, so it's just a back testing one. And if anybody's been following the progress, which I really doubt because I get like 1 view per video, it's probably just me. You'll see that my yesterday's back test, I just completely destroyed my win rate just due to jumping in trades that had no patience. So I'm restarting the back test, and this one has to be a strict win rate back test because I really do want to know what my win rate is. And I'm also going to test it using the rules of the top step accounts. So I've got my 150k account there, and it's obviously a trading drawdown. So if I if I take one loss, I need to reduce my risk, otherwise I'll blow the account. Because the drawdowns, the drawdowns trailing in it. So cool. So let's get it. But again, like I said, this is a win rate back test. So let's go. Again, let's read these because something I've noticed is that the important part of having a set of rules is to properly read them and remember what it is. So it's important to know the story being told, understand the pull of the market, identifying key areas and how price reacts to them. A draw on liquidity plus a range is the space between the target and the protected swing. If you don't have this, you can't enter. Target is the next high or low after an IFBG. And a swing, protected swing. Protected is a swing that's taken liquidity inside of a fair value gap and either broke structure or created an IFBG. A swing cannot be protected on time frames lower than the 1 minute. An A is low volume PA, minimal breakouts. The M is the first sign of volume entering. It should tap into a fair value gap or sweep liquidity, and it should leave behind a big FVG. And then the D is enter. Sorry, the D is must have volume, close strongly past. I'll add strongly there because that's a point. Past the FVG left behind, but it shouldn't delay or lose much momentum. So cool, let's get it. So just straight off the bat here, looks like we're coming lower. So we got these equal lows here. So I don't think we can expect that much. However, this looks like it could easily get violated as well. At the same time, it does look like it could be protected. So let's go with the idea that it should be protected if we're bearish. So we want to start seeing some kind of turnaround here. So overall, I think I'm bearish. Yeah, I think I'm bearish. Cool. 15 minute, we're inside this gap, so it's a bit dangerous to be taking anything short. Yeah. I think the other thing that actually hasn't been written here is the alignment. The alignment's very important. I'm being patient with the alignment. So cool. This is Monday. I'm actually going to skip to the New York session. Cool. So we did actually start reversing here, which is good. No, we have inverted that 5 minutes. So this looks really good. Should run that low, and then if that is the target, then that would be a protected swing. So we've got this kind of range to work within. I'd love to see these 5-minute highs get taken and then turn around, still respecting that high there, which we look like we're gonna get. I am dropping quite significantly now because I think it might run away without us if I don't. Okay, still respecting that, which is good. 3-minute held. 5-minute didn't even make a gap. This is gonna come down heavy, I can feel it. Alright, I'm in on this. 2-minute has closed pretty strong. Clear drawing liquidity here. Could we wait for the 3-minute or wait for a better price maybe? I just think it's gonna run there, like that's ready to run. I'm gonna take this just because I think it's gonna run. So risk wise, I think I'm gonna have to risk 1.5%. I'm gonna save it and we're gonna journal it as well. So where's the journal gone? Why has that journal just disappeared? Oh, it's there. Okay, so details, checklist, tags, no. Confidence level, pretty high. Trade rating, good. Notes, confident, draw, nice, MD2. Shit. Right, is that gonna delete my back? Hang on. I forgot to write where the stop loss was. I don't know if anyone saw that, but stop loss was like there. So let me do that again. Save and journal. There we go. Stop loss is better now. Screenshot. Trade rating. I like it. 4%. 4 stars. Confident. DOL and AMD. Weak. But worth taking. Not waiting for a pullback as I think it will shoot off with momentum. That'll do. Let's see. Okay, so could have waited for a pullback. Now I'm gonna squash the shit out of this. Run tape for 500. Okay, cool. Alright, we took our first win of £500. Yeah, never mind. Could have waited for a pullback. It's just realistically, you don't know that that's gonna. Which one was it again? Oh, it was that kind of one, it. So this okay, so we could have got in all the way out there, but I got in down there. Oh well. Alright, cool. So, like I said, shit risk to reward, but it was worth taking anyway. This should run the rest of these lows as well, in my opinion. Like I said as well, I do think we're gonna start turning around fully, so I reckon we could potentially run all of them lows there. My idea is that we're gonna run that low, but that's gonna be a tester really, because that's the that is actually a strong protected low. Okay, so we defo are bearish right now. Pretty confident with that. It's a shame really, because that like if I didn't get out so soon on that, we could have ran that like quite far. But it don't matter, don't matter, don't matter. Anyway, that's protected high. nice little 5-minute gap I'd like to see us tap into. Cool. Not really ready to make a 15-minute either, so I don't mind if we just jump into this. Okay. We have inverted that. Now, this to me just comes down to confidence level. The thing that makes me less confident about that move is that we haven't come super. Okay, so we did hit 50%. I thought we hadn't, but we have. I don't like that we haven't come into that 3-minute there. So what I'm gonna do is use this as a draw in liquidity. I'm not actually gonna take this. I'm gonna use it as the next draw. So let's see if we can get some in. If it is the next draw in liquidity, then that should be a protected high, meaning we should see something inside of that range, aka that IFVG there. Okay, so we avoided that loss just by being patient and just waiting, feeling that there was a lack of confidence, and then being patient enough to wait for more confirmation, I guess. So now we've made a 5-minute. Oh, that first one didn't even tap into the 5-minute gap. Oh, it did. Yeah, it did. So we've made a 15-minute now. So we're tapping into that now. Problem is, if you look at this and look at the rules, we have not had some kind of clear volume yet. Like manipulation wise, we haven't blasted up. There's no gap anywhere really that says this is manipulation time. It's just nowhere. So we're just going to have to be patient on this one. Do you want to see us respect this, obviously, because this is a protected swing here. And honestly, this is looking like it's turning around right now. Actually respected that, took that old liquidity, and now we're blasting up. So is there a new protected swing in here? Maybe it's that. So I guess we're gonna have to judge here between there and there, see what the behavior is like. To be honest, I'd rather see us go lower. Makes more sense in my head for us to go lower. However, we're just violating a lot of bullish gaps right now. Bearish gaps. 15 minutes holding, so we'll see. Like I said, we're going to test. The real test is going to be how we respond to this low here. If we violate that low, then I think we're bearish. Ooh, okay, we respect that low. So that gives more conviction now that we're going to be running that high. Didn't see that coming. So that is now protected. And we now have a 3-minute gap which we could come into, which would be really nice to come into actually. See if we do come into it. Oh, we haven't even made it yet. Okay, we made it now. So I want to see us come into that. Let's see if we do. Okay, we do. 3-minute gap is going to close at 51, so it's just closed. It's actually just violated its own gap straight away. 2 minutes still alive. Not that bothered if it okay, right. I was just going to say, Not that bothered if it violates the gap. I'm more bothered if it violates the lows. Alright, cool. So we do continue bearish now. Like I was saying, sadly there's literally no gap here to confirm that we're bearish. However, like I said, we have been violating these lows. We've just violated these lows and respected this high. So long term bearish. I think we should be running this low here. So we're going to use that as the joint liquidity. Let's see if we can get a trade inside of that. So we've made a 3-minute gap. No, we haven't yet. This is a strong move. I'm not gonna lie. If there was a big gap here, I'd probably just take this because I think this is strong. However, nothing wrong with being a bit patient and waiting for the confirmation. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, it's just ran without us. There was a little 30 second there. To be fair, it's pretty good. It's tapped into all of those gaps. Alright, too late. Never mind. Could we now say that this is a protected high? I guess. I think if it got violated, I'd still be bearish, but I feel like we could potentially play within that range and still feel safe. Okay, it does get violated. So we could look at that as a big accumulation now. This is a lovely, lovely positioned gap. So I would take that if we get that. Obviously, gotta respect this high as well. I like it on a 2-minute. Does it look like we might run the high. Speed this up a little. To be honest, I'd probably call it a day after this plays out. Okay, yeah. Alright, so I guess just accumulating here is anybody's guess, but this is why waiting for that alignment does just keep you safe instead of just jumping in and feeling like I can run that, I can run that. So 1 win, tiny win. Maybe it's worth having a rule that, you know, is at minimum 50%. Like, so we're risking 1,000 to make at least, risking 2,000 to at least make 1,000, because 0.3 R is just outrageous. It's not worth it. Okay, so pushing up. Looks like we might run that high. Don't know if it's protected or not. We still have these equal lows here. Tough one, really. Does it look like we're gonna run it? Can't really say that that's protected that low there. What do we have here? That looks good. If we invert that, then we've got a target and a protected. Just depends if we invert that or not. On the 5-minute, we actually have inverted that. We've just made equal highs, so it looks like that high is going to get ran. That's made a higher high, higher high, higher high, so it looks like we are bullish for now. The danger is that we haven't fully confirmed that. However, could that be a trade? It does run. Let's see, I was too late to the party to get in on that anyway. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna come run that high. Pretty clear target. So if we run that high, then we could continue running that high. I'd say that still that's the only protected low here. No, I wouldn't actually. I'd say that this is, because if we violate that, then we're bound to violate the rest. So whoa. Okay, let's play this out then, folks. Stay nice and patient. It's way too high up for me to even consider taking that. And if you look, oh no, it didn't fake anybody out. It just failed to invert. Okay, so waiting to hit 50% on that. Looks like this low is next. So it's no AMD here, but I would say that if we respect this high, then we should be going lower. And we don't. Okay. It just looks like a pumping day today. I think we might not get anything really here. Protected low. It just looks ass, man. And there's your target. Really, really doubt we're gonna get anything on the inside of this, but one can dream. Okay. We're playing within that range. My opinion, if this inverts, I'm gonna take it up. Okay, it does invert. Not the strongest distribution. However, it did distribute. There we go. Can we get pulled back to 62? I'm gonna set a limit order on that. Entry price, oh, it's literally a tick away, so we don't get this. Am I happy with this? Yeah, we took that low, inverted that. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Alright, take the screenshot. I'm gonna go 80% confidence, 4-star. Nice alignment. Clear during liquidity. Nice AMD on the 15 and 30 seconds. Only downside is I think it could come a little lower, but could run now too. Could it come lower? Nah, this should run. So we tapped right in. Look at that, beautiful stuff. I'm gonna suffocate the shit out of that straight away. And there we go, we're up. Beautiful stuff, folks, beautiful stuff. So sometimes it looks like we're just gonna run that high, but we really don't. So even being patient with catching the right trade is gonna help the win. Also, if I had a TP set there, that would have smashed 1R. So my opinion, that should have been a higher bag. The only sad part about this strategy now is it kind of takes two wins to get me to the point where one loss could literally still take us back to break even. So the win rate has to be more than 75%. If it's 66%, we break even. If it's 75%, we're scraping a bit. And if it's anything over 75%, it's just extra gravy. Is that a protected low? Maybe. Could be. This could also run higher. I think this might not pull back. So again, this is the thing now. I think this is where I get sometimes lost. You gotta understand again that just because we're following these up higher and higher and higher, this is still just the range that we're working within. This is not the trade. For example, if this came down and then inverted up, that's not the trade. That's just the draw on liquidity confirmed. Understood, folks? Understood? Alright, let's just keep running. Alright, so for example, that is now the draw on liquidity confirmed. So if we can get something within this range, then it's worth taking. It's very unlikely again, but let's just play the game. Right, didn't get it. I think every new high is just a draw. Alright. I did say we might not get the pullback. Okay. I'm gonna. Do you know what? I'm gonna carry on this because I've only been trading it 45 minutes. Okay, so we did violate that, and we've respected that low there. So to me, we're just gonna run these highs. It's a fairly simple one. Again, if I zoomed out, which I just did, that's the only protected low of this like big range. But to be honest, it could also, like I said, it's pretty much that. And then realistically, if we're still bullish in this leg, then that should get protected. Not so much that, I don't think. It's not really that strong. It's kind of an accumulation. Yeah, we should be running these highs, so let's see. Alright, there's a bit of volume entering. Left behind a 2-minute gap. Whoa, it's a lot of volume entering. Okay. As he inverted a lot of that stuff down. So could our draw liquidity change? Ooh, equal lows there, by the way. Perfectly equal lows. Into a 1-minute gap. We just sweat that high. Looks like we're gonna come and distribute down into this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna operate under the idea that that's protected right now. Just for now. That's protected, that's the target, and here is a brand new AMD. So if we get something inside of that, which we actually do, can I take this? That is the question on everybody's lips. Can I take that? What says that this is going on? Tapped into a 5-minute gap. Inverted that down. Oh, it does look good, man, but this is literally the loss that I took yesterday, except it wasn't as confirmed as this. I'm gonna take this, bearing in mind that this is possibly the least confident I've been out of all of these trades. So I am gonna wait for one extra tick. Ooh, a 2 pip stop loss, so that wouldn't even be realistic. It would have to be all the way up there, you know. Or I'd just have to not be, I wouldn't be able to risk all of that, so this will be a 1% risk. Entry price at 22. And it was a take profit price. Cool, so, man, this one has the least confidence out of the lot. Oh, the M is a wick as well, but we did break past it. Drawn liquidity is okay, but not 100% clear. AMD is good, but only present on the 15-second. Overall, I think it will go, but this is the least confident move I've taken today. I wouldn't be too surprised if it lost. But then that makes me not want to take this. Yes, I'm in it now, but okay, so we actually did hit this TP there, so gonna get out of that. I'd have run that. This is gonna be a break-even trade now, isn't it? Alright, so it did run. I don't know if we're counting that as a win or a loss on the actual journal, but damn, man. Oh, actually, it didn't even hit the TP, so I should have waited. I thought that no, we have basically made equal lows. I'd have suffocated that. I'm not gonna lie. I'd have definitely suffocated that. All right, never mind. Still made like what, 100 quid on that or something, which is ridiculous, really. Okay, so we still haven't violated that low yet. We're still in on this day as well. Drawing liquidity right now, not sure. Not really sure. I think that should obviously be a protected swing. So again, it's going to be how we react within this area. It does look like we just violated it. So that is now the drawn liquidity, protected swing, and then I think we've just had a move inside. We have no gap to take. Still no gap to take. Should run now. Yeah. Okay. And that could be our next high. Looks like we're making higher highs. Is this a protected swing? In my opinion, yes. We're in a 2-minute gap. So now I'm pretty confirmed that we're going to run that high. Can we get in on it? Protected swing there, so can we play within this range? Maybe come into this 1-minute gap and then push out, and I'll take it. No. Okay, no problem. Cool, so that's 2 days. We made 3k in 2 days. Really got to bear in mind though, still, that this is a negative RR strategy. Which is just insane. But this could really just get wiped out. All the progress could get wiped out in one trade. Wait, what? I was going to say Friday. I was going to say I've only been trading 2 days. It should be Wednesday today. It is. Cool, so pretty obvious high target still. Protected low of this 4-hour range all the way down there. Looking like we could come into some of these gaps. That 1-hour low should be protected. However, I could very much see it get violated as well, because we are currently violating a lot of lows. So we violated that, this low here, which took liquidity and broke structure. Then we've now been respecting new highs, so it's like that one, that one, that one, that one. We keep making lower highs and lower lows. So let us see. Tapped into that 5-minute gap. That's really nice. Respecting this joint liquidity range, that should be protected from the last one. This as a pattern doesn't look great, but it does go. Okay, that was pretty obvious. Fucking hell. Okay, I'm gonna take that off because I'm actually not expecting this to hold. I'm expecting that to get ran. Because if we look on the hour, no, if we look on the 4-hour, it's just an accumulation before the gap. And now we're bearish, so it just does make sense to just start running these. So this is determining our bias, bearish. Shouldn't violate that if we bought bearish still. Okay, we do violate that. Whoa, okay, what is going on here? Alright, I think we're still bearish, to be honest. I think that's a protected high. That should be our target. So now we're going to see if we can get a move inside of this. This is a nice accumulation as well. Don't love that. I think that's bullshitting. Actually, I don't mind it if we violate that gap down there. I need us to fully invert that gap. Done another move. Okay, cool. So it looks like we're going to run that now. Safe status is up there. Safe target is there, and then that's going to be the limit order. 827.25. And that. We can risk 1.5 again, which is cool. Save and journal. Oh yeah, price G3, so we need a 1 point higher. think this is a fair trade. It's a safe-ish trade. Yeah, this looks good. Confidence level, let's go 75. Let's go 78. 4-star, fairly clear liquidity. We did disrespect an old high, but nothing crazy enough to switch the bias. Then we made a new AMD which I used as your liquidity and found another AMD inside of it. I'd say probably the only thing I don't like, the only thing I don't like is the lack of value, lack of is the way price slowed down in the distribution phase. Let's see. Oh, this is gonna lose. Yeah. Cool. That sucks. Right, okay, so that would now be the next protected high. So can we get a move inside of that? I should have, that, yeah, never mind. Plus we violated that other high, so it's just like the draw on liquidity got invalidated or the bias got invalidated. Like, why are we violating a high if we're still bearish? Okay, that loss has wiped out my morale. So sadly, I'm done for today. It's not bad though. We ended the week green. Win rate, what is 75%? Is it? Yeah, 75%. That's okay. Sad though, because you get wiped. You really get wiped out, but that's fine.